Hi, I'm John Riley, and this is Calculus of Econ. In the last video, we learned how to use Excel to solve maximization problems, and in this video, we're going to show how to graph a function. As was clear from the previous video, understanding how to do that is an important stepping stone to solving maximization problems. So in the previous video, we looked at two examples. The first one, the price was 81 and the cost function was quadratic, and the second one was again a fixed price and a quartic. We're going to look at a second example and try and plot this. So I've got the linear, quadratic, cubic, and quartic terms all non-zero, and how on earth do we plot a chart of this? So the first step is to decide the range of values that we want to plot. So I've chosen a minimum value of 0 and a maximum value of 20. Let's make it 20. And suppose we divide it into 20 subintervals, then each one is going to be of length 1, 20 equal subintervals of the interval 0 to 20. Or if I made this 40, then 20 subintervals each be of length 2. So generally, this is B16, this number, the maximum value, minus A16, the minimum value, divided by the number of subintervals. So that's the formula for the subinterval length. And then we're going to start filling in this table. So we're going to start with this value here. The minimum value is 0. And what about the next value? We're going to add 2. So I write equals this number plus this number. All right, and that the one important thing is if I change this to 25, I'd have a different number in there because we've got a different interval, so each step is smaller. So what I can do is, well, what if I copy that down? I want that to go to 2.5, but that doesn't work, and the reason is that no longer here I was adding D16, which is what I want to add here. I'm adding D17. So no, that doesn't work. The problem is I haven't frozen that cell, which I want to do with the F4 key. There, I've done it. Now I can go over where the plus becomes a, the cross becomes a plus, and I've got all the points. Now the rest of this is even easier because this cell here is a formula for the value of x to from the cell to the immediately to the left, Control C. If I want to know the value immediately to the left of when quantity is immediately to the left of this, I hit Control V and there I have it. I could do this 20 more times, but all I need to do now is same thing here is the cross, it becomes the plus sign and drag down, and there I've got my table. So you can see that this is maximizing, well, it's not, well, it looks like 17, yeah, it looks like the maximum is down here, but let's draw a figure. It's a lot easier to look at the figure. So all we have to do now is mark or block the array, and then we're going to insert a chart. And the one we want to insert, if I go over here, it says insert scatter XY. So that's what I want. I want to show the vertical axis Y, the horizontal axis X. So I click on that. Which one? Well, right now I just want this. So there we go. That's very beautiful. And I didn't like that chart title, so I just write profit Y equals f of x. And then I'm done. So we see in this example, as in the second example, before example B, that the function maps out not one hill but two hills. So we'd have to use solver. We could start to the left and find out this point, start over here and find out this point, and then we find out the solution to the problem to a very high degree of accuracy. And that's the key to drawing a graph. I can't resist. What if I just wanted to plot one other point on this, a marker? Well, first of all, I do have to change the chart type. And I've got to make it this. And I say, okay, so now I see all the data points. And now what I'm going to do is select another data point. So I click on the chart, I select data. I want to plot, so I add in something else. I can call that x naught. That's what I want to plot, the point x naught. Maybe it's x naught y naught. It's more accurate. And the x value is this, and the y value is this. So I say OK, and OK, we're out of there. Then I can see the point, the marker, and I've got all these other markers, but now that finally I can go back to the click right on the curve and format just this data series. And what I need to do is get rid of those dots. So I'm going to go to the marker and marker options. I don't want those markers, so I'm going to say that. And there's my picture. So as I move this up, as I change this value, this value moves around. So there it is. So while putting that dot is hardly essential, it is very important to know how to draw a chart, and I encourage you to practice that by yourself.